Okay, so this reading, I feel like this is the past situation. So I'm Karen. And my channel is not quite big enough to do, it's very small, to do like by signs. So what I do is I pick a situation, and if it resonates, then that reading's for you. I'm going to try to always do two a week. I was sick, really sick for a little bit, so I couldn't do a couple. So this is a situation where this is like just recently you have really felt like you nailed everything, like you did a really good job. I would guess this is career, or even it could be relationship, but I'm going to guess more career. And basically, it is where you felt like you were just, um, on top of it. You had everything. You have um, the magician, and then the situation was, I want to say you felt like you were almost cheated and that you really had to stand up for yourself. And even though you were doing a really, really good job, you really felt like someone won unfairly. So that if you were going for a promotion or a new job, I feel like you felt like there was really something not right. It's the Five of Swords. I do feel like you stood up for yourself. You totally said, okay, I deserve this and this is why. So I feel like even though you felt that there was some unfair play, you really did stand up for yourself. However, it's been a really burden for you lately. Like it's really felt heavy, and you've really felt like you've had to really, um, yeah, I feel like this is more career or project, or it could be relationship, but I don't think so. It could be. So then your response to this whole situation was the King of Wands, which is taking the bull by the horns and actually doing something about it. Really putting your foot down and, yeah, really. The King of Wands is an action king. He's about doing, he's about taking action, and usually pretty swiftly and pretty assertively. So I would say that it has something to do in that realm. I am going to say overall summary, if there's been something like you really felt like you nailed, you did really well, and I'm thinking this is job related, and you feel like someone else got the glory, and they didn't do anything, they really didn't deserve it. Um, but yet you really have stood up for yourself. But at the same time, it's felt very rough and very hard, and there's a lot of burden behind it. Um, and then, and the way you've been handling it is like the king. You're just going to be more assertive, and you're going to go after it. I feel like that's kind of what you're not going to slow down. You're going to do what you need to do. So then I'm going to read present influences, future influences, and then advice. So we're in present, and then future influence. Okay, so I guess the influence now, I mean, you have Four of Cups, Ace of Swords, and Three of Wands. And the Four of Cups to me, and especially in this deck, just really feels like um, really like let down, really. I mean, he's got his head down, he's carrying these things. So I feel like you really have been let down. And that's the energy that's moving forward with you. But I feel like moving forward, there'll also be some really good clarity. So someone is going to say something, you're going to get information, and that information is going to make things very clear to you on what really happened or what's going on. So that will feel good. That will so that's the Ace of Swords, and then I feel like you're going to move into this Three of Wands, and this energy is really about waiting for things to happen. So you're going to go into kind of I would say a waiting period there. So this is more in the now. But as you're waiting, like you're going to go into the future, that influence of the Five of Cups shows up, and it's right below the Four of Cups. So I feel like you're just going to be really disappointed. You're going to feel like, what the hell? What should I do? I feel really, it's going back to that Ten of Wands feeling. You're going to feel really bound, really, yeah, just really unhappy. But I don't feel, I feel like it's just really let down. Like someone really let you down. But I feel like too that the Queen of Cups energy comes in, and that energy is a really good, positive, healing type energy. So I feel like even though you get really hurt and you get really bummed, because you'll get really just like, what the hell? You know, what was that all about? You do get the clarity, and as you're waiting, I guess I'm going to say that the clarity doesn't feel like it's real, or it feels like it's still not right. So as you're waiting and you're thinking that something else is going to come, here's my thought here, that the clarity brings to you that waiting period. Like, I am still going to get something. There's going to be something for me. And then it doesn't happen. So I feel like, I don't know if I don't feel like the person's not being honest. I feel like this is what is meant to be said and what was meant to happen, but it doesn't quite work out the way you intend, and then you get unhappy. But the Queen of Cups energy comes in later, and I really feel like that energy is saying, you know, it's a reminder to do what you love too, you know. So you're going to have that little moment where you're going, why is my head down? Why am I not happy? Why? I've got other things to do. I've got other things to look forward to, and I'm going to look forward to them. And I feel like that's kind of what that Queen is saying, that you really will. And then the Knight of Swords comes in, and he's, you know, the energy and clarity as well. So I feel like you're just going to really kind of take off here. But I honestly feel like you're almost going to go in a different direction. So whatever's happening right now up in this, like, you feel like you've been kind of screwed, like someone else took your job or someone else got recognized for something you did. You're going to kind of go away from it. I feel like in the now, you're going to get that clarity, and you're going to feel like you're waiting. So when you feel like you're in that waiting mode, something comes back and it's not what you're waiting for. So you get that disappointed feeling, and then you turn around and go, you know what? This isn't what I want to do anyway. This isn't what makes my heart happy. You're going to find what makes your heart happy in the meantime, and you're really going to go for it. I'm going to pull a couple more cards out from the Knight. Yeah, something that really nurtures what you want to do, what you like to do, and brings total the 10 of, you know, yeah, I mean, it's going to bring you into the Empress and then into the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles, or in this case, coins, same thing, is really about stability. So something's going to turn around, and you're going to go for it, and you're going to become much more stable. So that's going to feel really good too. So there's really something going on there that's going to make you feel much more stable. And I do feel like it's a job. I feel like it's more money too. So what is advice? Advice is the Hangman and Queen of Wands and Three of Swords. Okay, so here's the advice. You've got, you know, taking a really good look at what's going on. As you're going through this process, if you're feeling like someone has taken something from you or they've gotten recognition, really take a good look at what's going on. It might be something that you're not seeing. So really look at it. Don't just take one look and move on. Like, you know, change your perspective as much as possible. It's also asking you, this card to me asks you to look at yourself. Because of the reflection in the water, it's really also reflecting on you and what you did. So when you look at this situation, really reflect on yourself and see what you can do. The Queen of Wands goes back to that King of Wands. It really just speaks of really moving forward with energy and gusto, and really having that motivation, and motivate others while you're at it. Like, this queen, I feel like, is also is a calling to not just, motivate yourself, but maybe motivate others as you move forward. The Three of Swords, and as advice, when I see this, it's, really telling you to get out of your head. The swords are all about our own thoughts, and a lot of times our thoughts are what make us sad or make us anxious or make us frustrated. So really, when we see this as advice, it's saying, you can turn over and be all sad and do that, but what is it going to get you? Poor little old me. It's not going to get you anywhere. If you just, okay, you know what, this sucks, and I admit it sucks, but if I take the bull by the horns, I'm going to have something so much better and so much closer to my heart, and it's going to feel really good. So I really feel like that something's coming along for you. You'll know this with the clarity, like you will know this. I'm telling you, like you will so know. You're going to get some kind of news, and you're going to go, okay, that makes sense. That's what happened. And that's when I think you need to use that hangman advice to look at it differently, because the Three of Wands you can avoid, because that Three of Wands is just literally waiting. That Three of Wands is waiting for their ship to come in. And I feel like that piece of news you're going to get makes you feel like you need to wait for something to come in, and turns around and disappoints you. So if you use that hangman advice and really just take a step back and look at it differently, and then go back and look at it as if you were the Queen of Wands, really with energy and motivation, then that's when I think your whole idea is going to switch and change anyway. So you could avoid that fallout of the Five of Cups by following the advice here. You can curl up and you can be sad, or you can go, okay, I'm going to take the hurt, be done with it, and move forward. And I feel like that's what you're going to do. And is there any other last piece of advice, please? Knight of Wands, again, you've gotten all the wands, so you need to move forward with motivation, gusto, energy, speed too. There's a lot of energy with the King, Queen of Wands, and then you have the Knight of Wands as well. So that's just really talking about that, like, just move forward, move away from this feeling, and don't ponder on it, and don't curl up and feel like it's the end of the world, because there is something much better and much more stable coming along. And just really take that advice of looking at things differently. So whatever the situation is, please look at it differently, and I think you're really going to find that, it's going to really make sense. So I hope this resonates with you, and someone please comment, like, subscribe. If you comment, I really do want to kind of know how people are seeing these things. I'm going to move forward in the same format until, especially, I'll be hopefully moving in about 3 weeks. I will probably take a week off on the weekend I move, maybe a couple weekends off, but I still wanted to get started. So take care. Have a beautiful week. Please comment, ask questions, anything. Yes, please. Thanks.